been there long? Yeah, I'll just be like another 5 minutes. What do you mean it's been over a month? Wait, what? Hang on. Whoa. Okay, you're telling me it's been over a month since I last posted on YouTube? No, I mean, I posted last, Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Idea. YouTube. I don't know, I've got it. I have a lot of camera gear. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite a lot, and I'm getting a bit tired from carrying all of this. So maybe this wasn't the best idea of how to start this video today, because I still have lights, GoPros, extra tripods, extra light stands, that sort of thing scattered around my place. But basically, this is my standard kit that I take away on shoots with me. It's quite a lot. That got me thinking, you can't really take all that stuff even if you have it on most shoots. What if you're limited to just one carry-on bag? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. What? Okay, no, seriously, this is a good video. This is going to help a lot of you out. All right, let's get into it. Whoa! All right. Realistically, I can't take 95% of this when I travel. So for work, I always push to take as much of this as possible. It's all very useful, very handy, very professional equipment. But when you're going on holiday, you don't need all of this stuff, even if you have it. Really, I think you can get away with one backpack. That's right, one carry-on item. So because most of this equipment here is professional grade camera equipment, we can cut a lot of this stuff out. Okay, first up, I'm not going to need an external monitor. Why would I use that? I know I'm not going to need my lights and the light stands. Of course, it's good to take one power board, but I'm not going to need all these extension cords, power adapters, and that sort of thing. You don't need a reflector on a holiday trip. It's also unlikely that I'm going to record any professional audio, so that can go as well. I'm hardly going to need my slider or professional tripods. Gaffer tape, Leatherman, clapperboard, all of that is irrelevant. While I do have a few smaller cameras like DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, realistically, I think I can get away with one, so the others can go too. All up, when it really boils down to it, you really only need one backpack worth of equipment, and I'm going to show you what I take when I go on holiday trips, and I'm limited to one carry-on bag. Of course, I'd love to take my gimbal, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to drop that too. But if ever I can help it, I'm going to take that gimbal, because damn, it is good. Well, hello there. So as you can see behind me, I have three backpack options. Quite a large Vanguard backpack, a much smaller knockoff Vortex backpack, and an even smaller Yongwang backpack that I got for like 50 bucks online. Now, if it were totally up to me, I'd just say the Vanguard. Boom, there you go. That's the backpack of choice. But unfortunately, most airlines will tell you it's too large for carry-on, leaving therefore the Vortex bag and the Yong, this one. So of course, since we're left with these two little backpacks, I'm always going to pick the larger one as it allows me to take a few more things in my carry-on luggage. Goodbye, this, and hello, Ortex. So firstly, it's quite obvious that this is an actual camera backpack with two main zips, with one zip at the front for all your smaller items, and of course the main zip at the back, which opens up to reveal the photography cavity. There's a nice little strap on the front that allows you to attach a small tripod and a pull-out pouch for the tripod legs to sit in. There's handy straps on either side at the top that lead into small pouches on the side. Again, you could attach a small tripod that way or use those pouches for holding any accessories. There's a nice chest clip, which is always handy, particularly when walking up hills and that sort of thing. Or if you're feeling brave and risque, you can attach your camera strap to this clip. Another very neat feature is a USB port. This is very handy, as if, like me, you have an archaic brick that is my Samsung S5 phone. Man, is that thing forever flat. There's nice back support that is an absolute must for any traveling photographer. And this zip is hard to access for would-be thieves as it's pressed against your back at all times. Okay, well, let's move on and talk about the most important part of the backpack, which is the camera compartment. Oh. Dear. Sorry, just some pre-2001 relics from an earlier flight in there. Okay, so basically inside there are several pouches and adjustable compartments, all super soft and supportive of your camera equipment. There's also a small pouch should you have a 13-inch laptop or tablet. And of course the USB you can connect to a power brick. So here's the most important part. What am I going to take? For me, I like to always have two lens options. So one wide angle lens and one zoom lens. So the wide angle lens is currently on this camera here, which is my Canon 16-35 L series lens. The other lens I will take is my 24-105. The beauty of this lens is that it gives you enough focal range without being overbearing in terms of weight and size, so it's a must take. You're always going to need camera batteries, so I take at least two spares plus one in the camera ready to go. Along with the batteries, obviously you're going to need your camera charger, so I just take one with me. Of course, if you're traveling to a location that uses different power to yours, I highly recommend attaching an adapter accordingly. I always take a variable ND, as well as a polarizer and or UV filter. For me, it's always wise to take a little light. I'm using an Aperture AL-M9 light, which is just fantastic when you need a little bit of light without any of the weight. So that definitely goes in the kit. A lens blower, or pocket rocket as they're known here in Australia, is always highly recommended, and they weigh nothing, so you should take them everywhere with you. As I have the world's worst phone that's constantly perpetually flat, I take a power brick with me everywhere. This one by SideNet is rated to 10,000 milliamp hours, so I should get a couple of days charge out of this if need be, and I can also connect it to my camera accordingly to charge it should I run out of batteries on the go. It's always good to take a couple of lens cloths with you and have them in a separate compartment container like this. The reason being, should one of these cloths get particularly dirty, you can put it in the other side and it won't contaminate any other cloths you might have. Always take 2 or 3, particularly if you're going to anywhere like a beach or a dusty place or a dirty place. And again, it weighs nothing. Something that's often overlooked is taking a portable hard drive. This is a 2TB LaCie drive, and it's really important to take. It's got Thunderbolt should you be using a Mac, or you can take a USB cable for your PC or other. Really, really important. Back up your footage when you're on the go. You should always take a surplus of whatever card your camera uses, because you'll find you're going to need them no matter what. You might not be able to fit a second DSLR body. That's why I recommend buying a GoPro You can get these so cheap these days, and a 64 gig card for it is super cheap, and the battery lasts a reasonable amount of time. Highly recommend getting a GoPro, and dare I say it, putting it on a selfie stick, because that selfie stick you can actually use to shoot in awkward locations. Obviously, a super important item has to be the card reader. So you could take this card reader and connect to, say, a PC or what have you, or you can take one for a latest generation of MacBook Pro. Then of course, if you are editing on the go, you're going to want to take your computer. So in my case, that's a MacBook Pro. And of course, you'll always need your power supply. And then there's the actual MacBook Pro. So that'll go in. And finally, I just need to take my camera, the microphone, and my 16 to 35mm lens, which is currently on a tripod. Let's just put you guys in the backpack right now, yeah? Yeah, I know, it's fine, it's fine. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. Oh, and one other thing, you do need a tripod. So I recommend getting a Joby Gorilla Pod, and I take this thing everywhere with me. It's very, very handy. If I can't take a real tripod, this is the next best thing. Highly recommend taking a tripod. Highly recommend one of these bad boys. And the beauty is you can just strap it to the external part of your backpack, and it goes through carry-on just fine. And that's pretty much everything that I like to take when I'm limited to one traveling carry-on bag. So I'd love to know what you guys use, so why not comment below with what bags you have and what camera equipment you take when you're limited to one traveling bag. Alright, if you did like this tips video today, why not comment, subscribe, like, do all that sort of fun stuff, and I will catch you in the next video. Alright, bye for now, guys. Just gonna somehow get this through checking. Yeah. I actually don't have anywhere to go. I'm gonna go back and keep playing Forza. I gotta beat that level. Damn. Oh, dang it, stupid car.